Samsung, a company with humble beginnings, has become the leading figurehead of the South Korean economy, being given the name Chaebol. Founded in 1938, the company has become a well-known brand across households, encompassing all areas from mobile phones to smart TVs, from insurance to construction. Although the company has mainly focused on the tech industry, it has also been a part of alternating sectors such as shipbuilding. Samsung's success hasn't gone unnoticed, as in South Korea's students race just to be a part of the company. Samsung, a conglomerate, is paving the way for the future, with interconnectivity across devices and lithium-ion batteries. As with many major companies, Samsung has a tight grip on South Korea's economy, producing up to a fifth of South Korea's exports, making beyond 22% of the country's GDP. The company has positioned itself in the nation's politics to the point where many onlookers see the corporation as untouchable. Samsung began in a store, operating the distribution of dried fish, noodles, and locally grown groceries. Lee's success was due to a vision of what he wanted Samsung to become. He wanted the company to expand and achieve independence. He achieved this with great success, as the Samsung brand moved past dried fish and into sectors such as retail and insurance. Samsung took hold of the electronic industry beginning in the 1960s, marking its first product, a black and white television set. Among its most popular products is production in phones and semiconductors, which has become the most important revenue streams for the company. The 1990s was an important year for Samsung, which has seen the company experience a massive economic boom. From more than solely selling phones, Samsung profited by building on multiple other sectors, such as the construction division, taking part in joint ventures to build towers in Malaysia, as well as the Burj Khalifa in the UAE. During all the uplift, there were associated road bumps, such as surviving the 1997 Asian financial crisis, in which it took drastic actions to save the company by selling off its motor division to Renault. As Samsung began to grow, so too did the development in their mobile sector, leading the company to become the world's largest mobile phone producer. As Samsung was rising to infamy, the company experienced court cases by paying off over $1 billion due to patent violations. Among the most notorious events to take place was Samsung's mass recall of the Galaxy Note 7, which, due to a defect in its batteries, began exerting excessive heat, leading the product to be set on fire and explode, causing a mass recall and termination of further production. Samsung phones have predominantly been at the footsteps of innovation, giving rise to features such as voice, face, and fingerprint recognition. Early on, when many other competitors had been focusing on more of a seamless operating system regarding their products. As the modern world has been moving forward, Samsung has also set its sights on the automotive industry to provide not only a greener environment, but also one shared with potential self-driving cars, alongside launching a partnership with Hyundai Motor Group. With all the hype, Samsung has continued to innovate through the production of its very own 8K QLED display, featuring AI technology to enhance user experience and broaden the horizon for customers of different walks of life. Hand gestures have also been implemented for accessibility of those versed in sign language. The new display will have up-to-date hardware, such as revamped sound systems, to give users a more cinematic feel from the comfort of their own home. Alongside advanced tech, the company is building up-to-date software, such as the notifications displayed on appliances, showcasing whether groceries are set to expire in order to minimize food waste, while implementing features such as the ability to showcase recipes while making use of cooktops for a more seamless user experience. Although the development of Samsung has been positive, it has also become a contentious one, filled with controversies, outlining its darker practices going on beyond the scenes, which Samsung has tackled head-on A more popular and mainstream practice of technological development is insistent take on child labor, in which, when brought to fruition through complaints, Samsung abruptly ended, as it violated internal policies, which the company dictated a no-tolerance stance. These in turn ended contracts with Xinjiang Electronics, a previous partner of Samsung. Throughout Samsung's organization came the infamous Slush Fund scandal, a reserve of money for miscellaneous expenses, especially for political bribery. Samsung's head, Lee Kun-hee, son of the founder of Samsung, had used slush funds for tax evasion purposes, disguising it under the names of executives and employees. Lee hid this practice by lobbying powerful institutions and political bodies. In order to prevent noise, this was conducted through the funding of charitable organizations that financed political bodies. The slush fund was primarily used for personal expenses on Lee Kun-hee's part, such as highly priced artworks for his wife and having assets hidden overseas below the radar. Samsung has been pinned with potentially making use of Uyghur Muslims, who have been coerced and forced into a position where citizens have been taken advantage of and relocated from local areas to factory settlements undergoing re-education. However, regardless of these allegations, Samsung has denied any responsibility in the taking advantage of Uyghur Muslims by stating that the company is a part of the Responsible Business Alliance. Samsung has declared that the company has been following relevant standards, primarily in relation to the Suppliers Code of Conduct and Migrant Worker Guidelines, which outlines stringent policies to negate malicious work practices, such as the use of workers under the age of 15 and minimizing tasks that jeopardize excessive workloads, preventing breach of health and safety regulations. As Samsung's past has been a rocky one, among all sorts of health and welfare violations comes Samsung's relation with those operating Cobalt Mines, above 50% of which has been mined in the Congo. Cobalt being a critical component of lithium-ion batteries present within Samsung phones, comes alongside forced child labor and violation of human rights. Such mining practices take place with little to no safety equipment while entering mine shafts. Although this is a more current topic, it is unable to be abolished overnight, as these mining practices often contribute to a family's entire income, whereby the termination of works may lead to further starvation taking place. Although the operation of Samsung has been one of contentious issues and criticism, Samsung as a company has a deep and positive future of potential growth, taking part in numerous acquisitions and joint ventures, such as partnering with Sony to build upon their crystal LED displays, as well as taking on a more synonymous position in international acquisitions regarding financial, software and mobile phone systems, to not only provide a durable product with the incorporation of Gorilla Glass, but also one with a crisp display for end users, and for future connectivity between products. The future of Samsung has a current outlook on AI development to cement interconnectivity between devices by ensuring flawless user experience and striving for a more environmentally greener future. In a bite-sized summary, Samsung is a global leader not only in the technology sector, comprising of mobile phones and smart TVs, but also one comprising of the financial industry, such as their insurance and banking divisions, alongside their more unknown areas, ship and aircraft developments. Although Samsung had started off with humble beginnings in a small shop, it has become a monolith of a company, to the extent where it has had political backlash, due to not only its presence in politics, but also one which constricts the South Korean economy, where many see it as a major company for success known as a Chaebol, leading to many students and families deeming it as one of the only companies for economic success. If you found this video informative or have any personal opinions, please feel free to leave a comment, like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay informed with future videos.